There's so many changes going on here. It's really exciting and kind of nerve-wracking too, to be honest with you. I'd mentioned that when we get built out at the aquarium and Reptarium across the street, that the majority of the animals, probably 95% of the animals, are actually moving across the street, right? Which means that this place is going to be empty, but it's not going to be kind of desolate here. We have plans for it. I've mentioned it before. This is what we're going to call the Reptarium Annex. It's going to be for private birthday parties, private events, scout groups, birthday parties, whatever the case may be. When you don't want to be around a lot of people, the place will be to you. So take, for instance, Perdita, which, by the way, look at how beautiful she looks right now. Hey, baby girl, you're so amazing. She's obviously going to go across the street because she's going to be a huge ambassador animal over there. People love her. We actually have a cow reticulated python over at PHB, and so we're going to be able to replace that, right? So a lot of animals over here are going to be able to be replaced with similar animals. Obviously, we don't have another Chino reticulated python, but we have a couple other reticulated pythons over at PHB. We have quite a few Burmese. We're actually getting, my buddy over at Burm Donor is actually giving us several other bigger snakes like albino Burmese pythons, green Burmese pythons. Obviously, this tank here is going to be changed a lot. Which, by the way, it is still leaking. The fix on this is this, guys. The back seam actually broke a little bit, right? So what happened was Ed siliconed it really well, and it stopped it from leaking for a few days, and then it started leaking again. But what's happening is all the leaking is rotting out the wood a little bit under there. What we have to do is actually put like some plastic support to hold it up so that we don't have the pressure of it actually spreading apart. Then we seam it, and I think we'll be okay. But obviously we don't have another albino and black alligator that's gonna go over here, so I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. Originally I was thinking we're gonna put the caiman lizards in this. We still may very well do that, but there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. Sunfire's going, obviously the armadillo brillo's going over. There's gonna be a lot of enclosures that are gonna be needing new residents. Take for instance water monitors. You know, we've got Elvis, we've got Toothless, we've got Frosty, we've got all these really cool water monitors. Well, we don't have any extra just laying around over at BHB. Again, we do have a lot of different things over at BHB that's gonna be over here, but we don't have that, right? By the way, Bowser is gonna go over. He's gonna be right when you walk in the door, one of the big enclosures. We're gonna put a fly river turtle in here. I've always wanted to put one of our fly rivers in here. Obviously, we can't do that with Bowser and the thing. So one of our fly rivers will be here. We actually have two other fly rivers, another big one that we had Mike and I, and then someone actually donated a small one that we don't have yet, but we're gonna put in. So those will go across the street. Obviously, Juliet and Lucy here. Lucy stays here, Juliet goes across the street, so that's a pretty simple one. Elvis is getting a giant new enclosure that's gonna be super cool. A big water feature, waterfall. He's gonna love it. We're gonna be on the lookouts for that too. We're also bringing Waffles over. So there's a lot of animals that we're gonna be on the lookout to kind of replace, and that's gonna be really exciting. Like I said, a lot of animals over at BHB. Speaking of BHB, or BHB work, which this is actually, of course, egg collecting today. This is actually a bumblebee, but it's bred to a kingpin cypress. So the kingpin is basically a lesser pinstripe, and then a cypress ball python, and then the bumblebee, of course, is pastel and spider. There could be some really cool combinations there. Getting that cypress in there is the big part, right? Because the cypress really does a lot of really cool stuff. Kind of a cool gene and stuff like that, so I'm excited about that. 4, 6, 8, 10 eggs, double digits for the first clutch of the day. This is actually a mahogany pied, and it's bred to a pastel pied. So we should get half the clutch pied, half the clutch non-pied. Of course, there'll be pastel mahogany in there. Mahogany pieds are beautiful. Pastel mahogany pieds even better. Gonna be amazing. Let's see what this girl has. Looks like she's wrapped around a nice clutch of eggs right here. They're doing really good with fertility this year, which is really good. Every now and then we get a slug here and there, but not too bad, that's for sure. We'll go ahead and get these in here. We're gonna just really gently, oh, I don't like that. When these guys are dry like this, like it's been laid probably 24 hours ago or so, trying to separate them, you have to be super careful because it's really easy to rip the egg, you know, so I'm just gonna really gently do this. This is when you pucker up a little bit, like, oh, please don't go anything. All right, good. Got it. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 eggs. Not bad. This is an absolute banger right here. This is actually a pastel lesser cine that is actually bred to a pastel vanilla bamboo spider. So some really cool stuff right here. I am excited about this. I just love this female. This combination is absolutely incredible. It looks like a nice clutch of eggs. Not a big clutch of eggs, but it looks like they're all fertile. We'll go ahead and get mama all cleaned up, get her a fresh cage, get her all washed up, and she should be back on food here within the next couple weeks, hopefully, and getting ready for next year. Let's go ahead and get these eggs in here really quick. Looks like we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that combo of those things, holy cow, I cannot wait to cut this clutch in 57 days. This is actually a black pastel bred to a banana GHR Mojave. Really gonna be an interesting thing. Has one egg kicked out here. We're gonna candle this one egg really. Looks like it's fresh, so it just looks like it just got kicked out. We're gonna go ahead and combo. Oh, some sluggers in here. We had such a good day going with just nothing but beautiful, good eggs. And this is kind of a bummer because this is a clutch I was really anticipating. You know, I love the banana GHI Mojave stuff, and then adding that black pastel into another layer. Again, I always talk about dark colors with bananas being really good, but unfortunately, a lot of slugs in this one here. Oh my goodness gracious, that's not good. 2, 4, 5 good eggs, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bad eggs. Ooh, I tell you, that one's painful. PHB is still heating up when it comes to babies and eggs and all kinds of stuff like that. Matter of fact, we just hatched out some more babies right here. I had a clutch that didn't look out too well, didn't work out so well right there. But these are actually black house snakes. I love these guys. It's almost like little miniature Mexican black king snakes, but they're African house snakes, and they're just really, really cool. I always say house snakes are like one of the most underrated snakes out there. I just think that they're so amazing, but yet, you know, they don't get the popularity that I think they deserve, which is kind of crazy. And then we actually had a couple others hatch too, more house snakes. House snakes really hatch pretty quick. So again, more black house snakes here. Look at how black they are. Again, that glossy black, just like a Mexican black king snake. That's why I think that they're so popular. And then we had a couple hypos, which is pretty cool. These are actually hypo het for T-positive albino, which are really cool. So there's a lot of mutations, a lot of localities when it comes to house snakes. They breed really, really easy and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting when people aren't as excited about it as I am, because I love house snakes. I think I love house snakes because when I was young, I mean, literally like 17, 18 years old, the vet that I used to go to actually had some just normal brown house snakes. And I always thought they looked like little pythons, and I thought they were really cool. So her name was Dr. Nada, and she used to bring them in every time that I would bring my snakes in, and she showed them to me, and it's just really cool. So I've been obsessed with house snakes since I was a kid. But you know, BHB not only is hatching a bunch of stuff, getting a bunch of eggs, but it's changing. You might notice up here, things are kind of a wreck. I mean, it's not the nice, beautiful aisles that we normally have. We've got stuff all over the place. And actually, all these white racks are gonna go away. Not all of them, but a lot of these white racks are gonna go away. So by the way, if you're interested in like breeding, we've got 28 quart racks right here. We've got shoebox racks that are like this right here for shoebox. We're selling all these ones here now empty, so we're getting rid of them. We even have these guys over here, which are actually take-along racks for little tiny snakes or little geckos or something like that. Give us a call at bhbreptiles.com, or it might be on the website. If you want racks, these have to all go because the majority of these are going to go away. We're going to have about 20% of the racks that we have here because the majority of them are already empty. That way we can clear this area out. You notice that we put Javi's cage together, which, by the way, look at Javi. Take a look at this, guys. It is so cool. Come here, Javi. Come here, Stevie. Hi, baby boy. Is that cool or what, man? He just loves people. He loves attention. He wants to come out and play. Javi, you gotta stay in your enclosure for now, buddy. It's okay. It's okay, Javi. But yeah, he is just absolutely amazing. And of course, we've got actually 4 of these enclosures that are gonna go in here eventually. Right now, we just have Sid over here. Same enclosure ready to be built. It's sitting outside ready to be built. And it's gonna go right here. We just thought that it might be a little bit too much space for Sid right now. Hey, Sid. How friendly he is. He's like, yes, I wanna play. He loves his little pen. He's just absolutely incredible. It's such a cool animal. I tell you what, I love these guys. So we'll have 4 of these big enclosures here for 4 mammals. This will be like our overflow educational mammal department. You know, again, these guys will go over to the aquarium when they're done. And then if we need new ones, say for educational, we'll have these here. And then we'll also have some other big enclosures that we can have for our educational bigger berms or maybe monitor lizards or something like that that can stay here. They'll just go out on zoo to use or educational animals like that. And then lastly, over here, and again, it's a wreck in here right now because we're doing huge remodel. We're gonna do a couple more offices because right now some of our staff, we've grown quite a bit. Some of our staff are sharing offices and stuff like that. We just want to make a couple more offices here for the staff, and then we'll have a little room for all the white cages and stuff like that because we still have leopard geckos over here. We still have a few colubrids over here. And then the majority is going to be offices, mammals, and educational animals here. So we got to get rid of all these white racks. All this, I mean, look at these are all empty right now. Just ready to go out as soon as they are. We've been selling them, but we still have a lot more. So if you're interested, like I said, reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you out. Get this room cleared out. I'm really excited about the changes that are happening.
Maybe it's some snacks.
Should I open it without Connie?
So we just got a package in. I think it's from the UK. It says Mike, the head zookeeper, and Sif, I'm assuming for Connie. Connie's actually in Mexico right now, so you're going to open it without her?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it might be time sensitive. There might be some snacks or something, Mr. Brown.
More dangerous.
I don't even know where the tape starts.
Oh,
Is there
your
2
family
bucks?
did that too?
Hey! This is exciting.
Oh my gosh. Holy moly.
Snacks for awesome crew. Some accidentally vegan. Uh-oh.
Look at this, dude.
Wow.
Holy
that is
moly.
So much.
Hula hoops beef barbecue.
Yorkshire tea?
That could be for Connie.
God.
Monster claw pickled onion.
Roast beef.
Wow, these are some weird flavors. Rainbow drop. I've never heard of any of these. Flying saucer.
Have those on the boardwalk.
What? For the amazing guys and women at the Reptarium and BHB Reptiles, here are some UK snacks for you to try. I love you guys so much. Hope this parcel, what is that? Oh, package. Finds you all well. Chris, thanks so much for an awesome tour. Much love, Sarah from UK. Accidentally added some vegan treats.
Awesome. Gosh, lots of eggs today. This is really good. Again, a little bit of, ooh, Mama looks mad right now. Calm down, girl. Calm down, calm down. She's going to protect those eggs with her life for sure, so I want to just make sure not to get bit by her. It does have a couple slugs, but the majority of this clutch is pretty good. This is actually a pastel. It's bred to a pewter bee, lesser bongo. So that's a really good one. We've got 2, 4, 7 good eggs. We got 2 real sluggers here, but that's all right. I'll take it. I tell you what, that's not a bad clutch. Ooh, this egg kind of rolled on me a little bit. Not a bad clutch at all. Again, we're doing a lot of combos this year that are really cool, like, you know, multiple genes, you know, really cool cool combination. So I tell you, this should be our best year ever when it comes to producing ball pythons. This will be interesting. This is actually a spinner, which is a pinstripe and a spider. It's that Banana GHI Mojave. So we'll see if the fertility isn't as good, just like the last clutch. I don't like the way she's laying, but she might be okay. Oh no, that's a good clutch right there. It was just kind of, she was laying on her way. It looked like there wasn't a lot of eggs, or maybe there were some slugs like that, but it looks like it's really good. I'm gonna grab this egg out from way back here that's a little bit desiccated up. We'll get this in the incubator box. Hopefully they'll pop out here relatively soon. We do have one little slug here. When you're breeding a particular male, sometimes if you see some fertility issues with one clutch, it can kind of lead on to other things. When you see fertility with one female not very good, like that one clutch where we had more than half the clutch was actually bad, that usually tells me that it's probably more likely a female problem and not a male issue, right? So the Banana GHI Mojave seemed to father this clutch really well. It has one little slugger in it, which is completely fine. The rest look really good. We'll get these eggs in here, and wow, what a nice clutch. Again, love that. I'm so excited. That Banana GHI Mojave, bred to all these other things, could produce some really cool stuff. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 good eggs. We did have one little slugger. Excited about this clutch. You know I'm excited about every clutch, but this is actually a pastel chocolate. Believe it or not, it's the first pastel chocolate ever produced, because we produced the first chocolate ball python, and then the next year produced pastel chocolates. This is the female that I produced. She's about 15 years old right now. She produces almost every year. This year she's actually bred to a banana chocolate and a Cinny. So we've got potential for super chocolate banana Cinny, which are going to be absolutely ridiculous. Looks like a good clutch of eggs. She's such a good mama. She's been great for me. Oh, we do have a couple sluggers in here. It's not as great as I thought, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and get these eggs out of here really quick. See how many we actually have. We got these set up over here. We have 3 little sluggers. We'll get mama all cleaned up and get her ready to go. So normally she has a better clutch than this, but we got 2, 4, 6 good eggs. 3 slugs. Typically she has 8 to 10 eggs. So a little bit smaller clutch than what I hoped for, but hopefully we'll hit the odds here in 57 days. Last clutch of the day. This is actually, oh my gosh, this is again one of my oldest yellow bellies. Interesting that we had the pastel chocolate and this one back to back, because this one's actually a little bit even older than some of the first early yellow bellies ever come in, probably about 20 years old right now. And she's actually just bred to a Puma ball python, which is a spark and a yellow belly. So we could get some sparks, we get yellow bellies, we get ivories, all that type of stuff. Looks like a beautiful clutch of eggs. Again, as females get older like this and bigger, of course they typically have better clutches. So that's one of the things that's nice about us. We have such high fecundity, which just basically means such a high number of eggs, because our females are all pretty old. You know, we have a bunch of young females too, but a lot of our females are 8, 10 plus years old. This one being almost 20. She has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 eggs. So we're averaging somewhere about 8 to 9 eggs per clutch. Whereas a lot of people average down about 6 eggs per clutch. So I can't complain, but that wraps up egg collecting for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.